Hi guys, it's Hither. Hope you're well. We're just going for a little drive. I live in the country and it's a bit of a rainy day today, but either way I still love it because it's the country. And a lot of people ask me, how can you live in the country? You know, you're a financial trader, you should be living in the city and the buzz of it all and blah blah blah. Well, the truth is, yes, I do spend a lot of time in the city, but I prefer living out of it completely, because if I lived in the city too long, it's so stressful. Like, the whole financial trading side of things is stressful enough. It's like probably the most stressful thing I've done, in a good way, because I have to manage stress well. It doesn't bother me. But the way I manage stress is about where I live and where I anchor myself. And anchoring myself means, like, you know, bring me back down to earth and make me get the sense of reality back, because you can get really sucked up in the financial. I mean, have you all watched Wolf of Wall Street? Yeah, well, there you go. That's the kind of lifestyle that's around me a lot in some aspect with financial traders. There are some crazy ones out there, and the whole wild partying and like the whole mad money, big lifestyle, big crazy celebrations. They exist, they really do. So it kind of makes you lose touch with reality. And if you've noticed, anyone who's been in that life will always come crashing down really hard. And I've seen that. I've seen people, you know, they're usually on narcotics or something wild to keep them sustained in that mindset. You know, it's high. They're constantly on a high, and they have nights out, no sleep, get to the trading desk for like 6:30, 7, 8 latest, and they have to be on it. So it's a very unhealthy lifestyle, if you ask me. I personally don't condone it, and you would go insane. It's very long. There's no longevity in that. It's very short-lived. So what I do to keep saying, because I don't do drugs, I'm not a big drinker, don't smoke. I've always been that way. I'm all about healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit, whatever. And part of that comes from understanding energy and understanding that the country is always somewhere that will bring you back down to earth. And it's such a contrast to the life that I live in the city that it's perfect for me to switch off or like manage my stress. So I live in the country purely for that reason. A beautiful place, no one around me, i.e. no neighbours. You look out the window, all you see is trees, grass, that's it, perfect. That's nature for me, and that's big horizons, big vision. Because for me, the philosophy of life for me is all about having a big vision. So to have a big vision, when I look out the window, I don't want to see anything blocking my vision. And that is literally how I live my life. So if you go to my house, you look out the window and you'll just see trees, just see fields, horses on the fields, but no man-made obstructions or like anything man-made that really breaks up that vision. So that's how I do it. It's like the most beautiful thing. It makes you realize that the world is a beautiful place in a very cheesy way, but it works. And it makes me deal with stress in such a good way that when I go back to the city, I feel refreshed, alive again. And, you know, I can take on that life. I appreciate the city more for it. When I say city, I mean London. So, yeah, that's why I live in the country. I mean, if you don't live in the country, a lot of students say, well, I haven't got that luxury of living in a beautiful place like this, that, the other. Until that point happened, and I like how I say until, because I have great faith in you guys when you do it right. In the meantime, have you noticed, if you go for a walk in the country, if you go to a nice park, country park, national park, around nature, rivers, lakes, seas, whatever, change your state of mind, just change your state, and you'll find that you deal with life better. Whereas if you stay stuck up and in that, you know, the same state of mind that created the problem, there's a saying that says you cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that created it. And that's why I also live outside the city, because the city is so stressful. All the problems in the city I can't deal with as well if I just stayed there. I like to get out, get better perspective and deal with things. So I would say for you guys, just do the same as me if you can. And if you can't, then just go and have a walk in nature. And if you're stressed out, go somewhere completely different. Change your environment so that it's a completely different environment to what you currently live in or are surrounded by. And you'll find that life is much more easier to deal with. And it's quite fun. So enjoy it, whatever you do. And yeah, I hope you learned something. So until the next time, I will say goodbye.